I want to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. As my topic says, all about crochet braids, okay? The new trend and the new thing that everybody is doing and going crazy about. Okay, so crochet braids. Crochet braids has been around forever. In essence, it is not really braids. Why do I look? Have been around for a while, and they keep calling them crochet braids. They're not actually braids, but the technique is done it's done the way you would actually do a crochet with wool. Okay, that's probably and most likely where the name came from. You use a tool that looks like a crochet tool, but it's not actually a crochet tool. It's actually a latch hook. It should be called latch hook braids, but the name has stuck, so we're not going to change it, right? No, we're not going to change it. Okay, all right. So I received some questions. I get questions from my clients that ask me about this, and I really just want to address this in this video once and for all. Crochet braids, what is it? It's simply you braid the hair down and you use the hair, whatever kind of hair that you're planning to use. You use your tool, and I have the tools right here. That's what they look like, and this is the most popular. Okay, this is where this part right here is the most important part of the whole matter. Okay, right there, same thing. It opens and it closes like so. All right, so basically you put this into the braided hair and you put in the artificial hair and you hook it, you latch it together and tie it however you want to tie it. Basically is what crochet braids is about. Now, crochet braids sounds easy, like, okay, my camera is telling me that time is going, so I'm going to talk till it goes off and then continue this some other time. Anyways, basically in comparison to a weave, which I also am very knowledgeable about, I've been doing for years, I would say they're almost the same thing in terms of time consumed and effort. Okay, it takes and other similarities as well. It might have a different outlook, there are differences, but there are also similarities again in terms of time and effort. Just like when you're doing a sew in weave, you have to braid the hair in the direction in which you want the hair to look at the end of the day. The same thing with crochet braids. You have to braid the hair in the way that you want it to look when you're done. Some people do the all back method and are fine with it. I don't, and some other people do different hair, styles depending on the client's head or your head or whatever, depending on how you want it to look. Some people want a side swoop, some people want it going all back, some people don't have edges like me and want to cover those edges at the same time have a little swoop. So you have to know how to braid the hair. It takes time to braid the hair, and I'm a perfectionist, so I believe the hair should be braided down neatly and nicely. Not too many braids, but also not too big braids, because I think, in my opinion, it makes the work harder when the braids are fat and big and you don't really know what to do. At the same time, you're not going to do million weaving. I won't say braids because it's weaving or plaiting. You're weaving the hair down to the head. It's a protective style. It's great for people that are going natural or transitioning and still want something fancy in their head, and under there they're protecting, they're oiling, they're conditioning and doing all the wonderful stuff. Why am I okay? Also, before I go everywhere, in terms of time consumed, it takes time to do crochet braids. It looks easy, you just get people have made on YouTube have made it look so easy. It is not that easy. I mean, it's easy, but it's not that easy, especially for first timers. It's not going to take you 1 hour. It's probably not even going to take you 2 hours if you want to get an excellent result at the end of the day. It's probably going to take you 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, depending on what you're doing and the kind of hair that you're doing. there's this hair called Water Wave by Freetress. Originally, people thought you just take it according to how it's already divided in the pack and you just go to work. No, it's going to unravel on the person's head or on your head. It's not going to look right. It's going to make you use millions of packs. But the most effective method is to separate the hair into little pieces. That takes time. That is, you know, 1 hour, 30 minutes. No. You have to dedicate time to do it, especially if you don't do it regularly. You know, practice makes perfect. And for those of us that do it on the regular, you know, we're faster. Now, people think because it's just crochet braids, you should just pay $40 for it. No, it's almost like getting a weave done. It's gonna take time. If you want a good job, if you just want a shabby job, of course, then do whatever you want on your head. But if you want a good job, you need to. Now, the difference between crochet braids and weaves is that, of course, the weaving hair is weaving hair with a track. Crochet braids is actually bulk hair that you use for braids. You can use that on your hair. You can use straight, you can use curly, you can use the Mali braids, or what do they like to call it now, kinky hair or whatever. You can use all those. You can curl it now. You can, you know, there's so many options. People are going gaga over the options being open to them with crochet braids. But again, I emphasize, it takes time. It is not a walk in the park. I'm not saying it is mega difficult, but if you want to hone your craft, especially if you're doing it for money, then you really want to hone your craft. You want to do it right. This is a sort of like continuation to crochet braids. I believe I was talking about crochet braids because I came across a video and I felt I should give my opinion on crochet braids. And like I said, it does take time, it does take effort, but it's an amazing style. It protects from, it allows your hair to rest for transitions, for natural haired sisters, and all that good stuff. The hair that you can use for crochet braids are relatively cheap compared to weaves that you use for sew-ins. Sometimes crochet braids could take up to 3 hours. When you're doing the Mali braids though, the ones that look really, really beautiful, when you pre-curl it or you curl in your head and put it inside hot water, they don't last too long. So you need to keep that in mind. The hair that I love to use with crochet braids is Water Wave by Freetress, a brand called Freetress Water Wave Dip Twist. And they have all kinds of other curls in that line that's special and amazing for crochet braids. And with crochet braids, there's a variety of hair that you can use. You can even do straight hair crochet braids. Yes, as long as you do it well. Now, somebody will say something about the huge part. There's normally middle where you can see it. It depends on who is doing your crochet braids and how they are doing it. If you're the one doing it, there's a no part method where you don't even see any, no knot method where you don't see any knots. So the hair looks like it's growing out of your head. If the braids are close together enough, you will not see a huge gap in the head. Again, that's why it's not just like a quick style where people say, oh, you just do it in 1 hour. No, you need to take your time and do it. You need to take your time and braid the hair nicely so that the result is long lasting and it looks nice to the eye and doesn't look like a rushed job. Any kind of bulk hair can be used for crochet braids. You could also even use the crochet method to make wigs. Yes, FYI, this is not my hair. I wish it was, but it's the exact same texture with my hair. It's a crochet wig. I made it. Sometime soon I will be able to make a video on how I make my crochet wigs, and they are beautiful. I have beautiful crochet wigs. Let me tell you, don't mess with my crochet wigs. People don't know that they are wigs, and they're so comfortable. They don't move, they don't budge. So yeah, I got this hair online, and it's amazing. All I need to do is wear it, and I just play with it. I just play with it, basically. It's amazing, and everybody thinks it's my hair. I get clients with this hair. So yeah, crochet braids gives you options and options and options. It is not a 1 hour job. I wish it was. It's not. It is not. In fact, for me, a sewing is faster, because with the sewing I can move fast. I can move fast across the tracks. With the crochet braids, almost like you're putting in the hair strand by strand, maybe like 10 strands per hair. And do you know how many strands there are in your head? Yeah. With crochet braids, sometimes you may not be able to pack your hair up. It could be limited, but if you can tweak it, if you can tweak the whole method, you should be able to do basically anything with crochet braids. They are easy to take off. They are much easier than sewing waves to take off. You just snip it at the root and out it goes, and your hair is under there and it's protected. So yes, if you'd like to try crochet braids, I love them. I don't want them to ever go anywhere. And if you haven't tried it and you want to try it, you don't have to do it yourself. You can get a professional to do it for you, or you can do it yourself if you don't want a professional. But make sure that you're doing it right, so you don't give crochet braids a bad name. Also, you could do crochet braids with braids. You could braid the hair on twists. Yes, that's why I said the possibilities are endless. You could braid hair down on a stick. Make sure there's a hole for your crochet needle to go through and the hair to also go through, and make a knot. You could do twists. I should show a picture of the twists that I did. I'll be right back.